What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Echo 4. It's your boy, the Mad Prince. I'll be your moderator for today. And as you clearly seen from the title, we talking about mid-season shit of the Book of Boba Fett. Boy, has this motherfucker been having a rough go at it, but we will get into that in a minute. I got the rest of Echo 4 with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. I don't care the order. I don't care what the order is.
I'm Booty Monique, y'all. Hey.
This is Drea.
And your boy can't sign.
All right. Book of Boba Fett. What the fuck? I'm sorry. If I seem kind of spaced out, is because I did not plan to moderate this shit. I kind of wanted to. I'm like, nah. I'm whatever. Anyway, so now we saw what happened in the first episode from the last time we talked about Boba Fett. And so some shit has happened. We've gone through flashbacks to like what this motherfucker's life was after the fact, after the whole Starlight pick everything, and we seeing Boba trying to be a crime lord, but it ain't working out so well from him. So like just for the last couple episodes, I'm gonna get everybody's opinion on how they feel about the entire season, direction of the entire season thus far.
Man, like this dude is getting his ass whooped. Like half this season, half this series, it has spent him getting his ass whooped, or getting into some shit, or after he gets his ass whooped and gets into some shit, he's in the back to tank recovering, and then it's the flashbacks to him getting his ass whooped in the past. But like it's all like a big learning lesson as well for him. Because we've seen him like really change from like that direction of trying to being a bounty hunter. It's like, nah, I'm done with that. Like I'm trying to move on and try to do something else. But like it's always something else holding him back. But
I just on the side note, I think it's funny how he said like he's tired of working for idiots, and he has not he has not proved himself at all. Like he can hold his own. Like God, all right, someone else go, because I'm gonna be a minute.
I can go next.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I agree with both of you that he's spending most of the series so far getting his ass whooped, and I'm not a big fan of how they're doing the flashback. It's like obviously just kind of like the flashbacks only happen when he's in the whatever tank y'all call it. I don't know what it's called, but tank. Yeah, that. So it just feels like contrived, and I don't know. I notice it, and I am not. Some of the stuff in these episodes don't feel like Star Wars, and I'm gonna go into specifics later. But like it takes me out, like it breaks the immersion for real. I'm just like, oh, okay. But there's some stuff that I do like, which I can get into later. But right now I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's the point of having a Boba Fett series. I guess like I don't really see why I needed to know his backstory and what happened to him, and if he's gonna play a part later in Star Wars. I don't know. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
As for me, with the overarching plot and elements, there really isn't anything new. Even with his backstory, how many more versions of Dune's Dancing with Wolves avatar are we going to get? You got taken in by the natives who didn't really fuck with you. Now they fuck with you. There's some nice moments, but there's nothing new about somebody want to be a crime lord with nobility. I'm just waiting for the extra. There's moments here and there, but it's like it feels kind of mid to me.
Okay. All right. This nigga's lacking. Real talk. This motherfucker spent his whole life being a soldier. You can't be a king overnight, bro. And I mean, and like, he thought that shit was going. It ain't working. It ain't fucking working.
It ain't easy.
It ain't.
It ain't a cakewalk. It ain't
But it's a whole lot of.
It's a one day thing.
No, it's a whole lot of shit. Yo, like, how is it that how you gonna claim to be what they call a daimyo of like Tatooine, and yet you can't just do the most basic shit in your own home? Like, where the fuck was security when this big ass 7-foot Wookiee just walked in unopposed and snatched that nigga out his past? He literally snatched that nigga out his past. Boy,
Back to the Future.
Damn. Yo, I was like, yo, why? How is it that we saw Boba Fett kick so much ass at that second season on Tython and the second season of Mandalorian, but this nigga is getting flooded left and right? Nigga. Anyway, all right. So, his performance is disappointing. And I will say that. His performance is a little disappointing. The nigga should have stuck to fucking bounty hunting, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll wise the fuck up. You never know. So thus far, we're really seeing this whole situation with the Pikes pretty much invading Tatooine and shit. Wait, do I even want to talk about that yet? No, let's talk about these flashbacks. What y'all think about it? Because it seemed like from the time where Boba crawled out of the Sarlacc pit to when he first meets up with Fennec and saves her and shit, some years have passed during that period. So yeah, I kind of want to get y'all take on it. What y'all think about that sort of like story in general. Thank God that it's over, but yeah.
But yeah, it was like I feel like that it was a lot less than what I was kind of expecting. The potential of what they have with that backstory, because that's the years of time that passed between them. So like when Mandalorian started, that's like 5 years after episode 6. So like just about that time frame, he spent most of the majority of that time with the Tuscans. So like there was a monumental like time skip from when he was first captured by them, and then was accepted to him after he choked out that one beast, and then to the point where he was like helping, like training with them, and like became an honorary Tuscan at some point. Like that, there was a significant time skip. So like, I guess at that point it really was nothing that happened other than him just being with the tribe and him having that character change from being a bounty hunter to, like he was saying, he was accepting, moving past that life and like moving on to this new life. And then, all that other shit happened. But yeah, it's like, I feel like there could have been more that they could have done with the time frame they had of like this gap of like what happened to him, how did he get from surviving the Starlight Pit to where he is now. There's more they could have done with that, but obviously like the nigga
was literally treading sand. I don't know if I would have wanted them to do too much with that.
Yeah, it's not the most interesting thing. Like literally he's just living with a tribe. Like it's not anything as far as like character development besides just being there, like visually, like would it be interesting for us? Probably not. So
this is because this is another gripe I'm having about like this direction of the series, not just with Book of Boba Fett, but with Mandalorian. Like there's so much fucking time spent on Tatooine. This is a whole ass galaxy of planets and other star systems and stuff. Why are we always spending so much time on this one planet that's full of sand?
Oh, you know why.
Well, because it's dead center of the fucking outer rim, and a lot of this shit is gonna take place in the outer rim.
But even in the show, like even the twins are like, we're dipping out on this shit. There's no value here. We go.
And let's be real, it's lower cost for set design. So
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. It ain't nothing but
we're
sand.
Building one planet.
If it ain't nothing but sand, we ain't got to build shit.
That's one. I will say that is one thing that I have noticed a lot more on this series.
Their sets.
Budget cut. Like I said, like there's just the quality of everything is like kind of dumbed down just a little bit in some segments here and there. It's like they had to do some budget cuts, and not just for Star Wars, but like in Disney in general. How all the shoots for the Marvel movies and everything delayed, and like there's a whole bunch of other stuff in the background, and some of the other content they're coming out with. We get into that later. But
Well, hell,
yeah,
they didn't get to try that hard. Do you see have you seen the behind the scenes of like the technology behind how they make those environments and shit? They got OLED screens, nigga. This whole background I made in the same fucking engine that they did. You can't tell me that shit's impossible, all right?
And that's it's impossible. I'm saying they did more budget cuts on stuff. I'm not
I
saying
think they were
major,
trying
but,
to keep it isolated, like based
Yeah.
on the story. It's just he's not going into space, going to different planets, and trying to find.
I wonder
bounties.
if that's part of my problem.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
too isolated.
It's
you
too isolated.
expecting an adventure because you have all this time where you haven't seen this character.
Right.
And it's like
I kind of wish he did go back to Bounty Hunter after, because like imagine, I mean I understand how the story like brought him basically to the Tusken, but I just would want to see him do some more bounty hunting,
or just
and
more,
then kind of goes into the whole Tusken Raider and different lifestyle and all that stuff. But yeah, like he's well known, but we haven't seen it, visually. Like we haven't seen it in the movie. We just know that he's a great bounty hunter. I would have loved to see this nigga do that. I would have loved to see it for a little bit. You give us like 3 or 4 episodes and something happens to take him out the game.
Like honestly, like
some parkour niggas. Hey, if I get into a fight with a bunch of parkour niggas and I get down, just leave me, bro. I don't know if I want to live through that shame, bro.
That's why nobody respected that.
Especially if I had
it's like a moisture farmer came in. Nobody
respects you.
We gon'
and they were like,
we gon' jump into that shit. All right. Let's talk about let's talk about the whole I'm sorry, fuck it. We talking about the whole Power Ranger bullshit that I saw. That was I was so angry when I saw that
Cyborg.
shit. The
Mighty Morphin Cyborg Ranger.
It was fine until I saw what they were riding. Then I'm
like,
nigga.
That was one of the scenes.
No way in hell. This is why.
It's like
it
literally
don't feel like Star Wars.
Desert, sand, and blocky buildings.
Primary color.
And then like just the whole prism. The whole spectrum is right there.
I'm just like
these niggas are on space scooters. I don't like it.
It's like the thing is like they could have just had it more designed where it looked more cyborg to match, like because they're cyborgs. So if they had more cyberpunkish designs, cyberpunkish bikes, that would have been perfect. It would have matched them exactly because they gave off like a cyberpunk vibe to me. Like they're half humans, they're half machines, and they all have like different enhancements here and there because of that. But with that kind of lifestyle, everything about them is like kind of half organic, half machine. So if they express that more in those bikes instead of having it look like something from the
you know what it looks like to me? Like they want to sell those as toys. That's what it felt like to me. I was just like, I could clearly see that.
Oh, definitely.
As like,
it's already being
Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Star Wars scooters. Like I was like, oh wow, what an interesting design choice. Right?
You would think because they're all about their tech, they will match the aesthetics. And I'm like, this is an eyesore in the desert.
Yes.
Be like, hey man, what box of cereal you get that shit from, bro? How many box tops did you need to collect in order to get that shit?
Right, exactly. And then with the terrible chase scene, like that chase scene, I looked at the clock. It was terrible.
It was terrible, bro.
I was bored. I was like, okay, can we just cut?
See, I was analyzing animation. I'm like, I don't know how this will flow like this.
Push and coast.
Everything felt slow.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like a chase.
The man's assistant, he was just driving. I was like,
right,
really?
Fucking
like,
clown, dude.
This shit.
I was like, and then right after they finally catch him, fucking Boba Fett arrives with the jetpack. Like, he couldn't have done
now he knows how to use it.
That nigga used the jetpack in the most what the fuck?
Like, Mando used the jetpack in one way.
Nigga, I was so angry. I kicked the same bullshit weeks ago. Why this nigga didn't use the jetpack from the jump when he had it the whole time when he was surrounded by... But no.
Budget cuts.
No, budget cut my ass.
You see that they didn't even show him taking off. They just showed him landing. They're like, nah, we ain't even got it in the budget.
We gotta cut that out. He cannot jump. Nope. We have no effects for the jump. It's in this background, y'all. We only got a desk.
Yo, side note. In the flashback when he was carrying Fennec into the shop, it looked like he wasn't even walking. It's like he was on a platform that was moving. It was like, It was like, art. Is that much, or like he's just like they're moving the background or something? He's just standing there.
Like you can't even hold this woman on scene.
He's just moving up and down, pretending he's walking. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, that shit is that shit is shit. So this nigga got a new Rancor. I don't know what to make of that shit.
When he's named
Donnie
Trejo.
Yeah, Donnie Trejo. Nigga, that mud like
that took me out too. Throwing it out there.
Up, I was like, Orderly Holmes, I got a new monster for you, fool.
Like I sell pit bull puppies. Take me out to dinner, baby.
Oh Lord, hey yo.
It's okay.
Anyway,
he'll be back.
So, going forward, this shit. The whole thing with the Pikes. I want to know how y'all think the Pikes really fit into like all of this, because they've been prevalent in the flashbacks. And it's clearly that they rolled up to Tatooine. They rolled up deep. So I kind of want to know, like, how do y'all think that plays in to what's going on so far? Because also remember, fucking Mayor skipped town. God knows where he is, and it's clear that the Hutts. Those two fat ass slugs couldn't take Tatooine because of the Pikes, more or less, because they said that it was promised to someone else, so they dipped out. And that's when Machete got him that gave him that monster. But how do y'all think the Pikes fit into all of this?
I definitely feel like they're a major part, just because they're definitely trying to use Tatooine. I don't know. I don't really know how that stuff works as far as like why they need Tatooine, but it's definitely because we know that they trade spice or they do spice runs or whatever the fuck they do. And that was from Clone Wars. Like that's when I remember, with Ahsoka and everything. So they definitely need Tatooine, or they feel that it's valuable to them. But as Boba trying to be the daimyo of this area, it's obviously going to be a problem because they're going to try to run shit, and they're already low-key doing it because they made some sort of deal with the mayor. So it's definitely, they're going to be an issue, and like them motherfuckers are ruthless. So it's going to be a problem. I'm excited to see them though, like in live action. So yeah.
Side note, Boba Fett taking back Slave One and running motherfuckers down in it. That was the pettiest shit in my life. That was the pettiest shit I ever saw. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, shit. Even though they probably didn't have nothing to do with it. But
no, I think that was the same gang from the one that killed.
It was, but like what Finnick has said something that made me think, well, maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was the Syndicate. But I don't. And there's no proof or anything. So.
Well, that's one thing I want to say, because like what I'm starting to notice is like in the Disney continuity, Star Wars, there seems like the major crime syndicate is going to be the Pikes outside of the Hutts in this universe. And before the Disney purchase, it was the Black Sun Pirates was the main like crime syndicate that was always like they had their shit and everything, including working with the Empire as well. But I feel like in this Disney rendition, it's the Pikes. It's like even like in Solo, like he ran to the Pikes were doing the spice trade in what's the name, Kessel, and so like they had their hands in the spice trade heavily. So they're big on the Pike Syndicate. I feel like in this Disney continuity. So they're there. They're gonna mean business. They're gonna try to take Tatooine over. And the fact that he was with the Tuskens in his flashback, and then as you mentioned, it probably was the Pikes that killed off the Tuskens because they're like, we don't want to pay both groups or something.
Yep.
Or they tipped off the bike riders to kill them off or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot more to it with the Pikes. So it's war, like he said.
As in, like, they read like as if they were old players in the game, like the Game of Thrones, and you came in late trying to run shit. You don't even know who's at the dinner table. They telling you to look. They don't even trust you to do the job because you don't know shit. It ain't like you having a war with people who's like, pretty much this is betrothed to you. This is yours now.
Right.
You gonna fight for me for property I got signed over? You new to this game. You just got out the tub.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Pikes were behind the whole Tuskens getting slaughtered. They probably used that swoop gang as a mediator, because I think that they were actually paying them for shit. And Boba rolled up saying like, I'm collecting on behalf of the Sand People, and I'm pretty sure they just sent them off to be like, okay, yeah, we ain't dealing with the Sand. That's bullshit. Yeah, there's too much money to be lost by dealing with motherfuckers from the dunes seeing shit. So yeah, I feel like the Pikes were behind that shit. They pointed them in that direction, and yeah, they probably thought they'd get rid of Boba too. Clearly that didn't happen because Boba was away doing Boba shit. So I feel like I feel like that's we gonna find that out at some point. You saying something, Ken?
Yeah, but I forgot.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it will come back.
No, it won't.
I'm thinking about it right now.
Motherfucking can't remember David Banner's song. Get the hell out of here.
Whew.
Next point.
All right, it's time to come back again.
Which one? The question or the song?
The song.
Anyway,
Carrying on.
All right. So, in the last episode that just came out, we see basically Boba Fett gearing up for war and shit. I wanted and Fennec had mentioned that we need to hire some muscle and shit. Like, was I the only one that noticed the Mandalorian music play at the end of that shit?
The moment it cued, I was like, well.
Yeah, that fucking
it was almost too easy, though.
Like, oh shit. Like, yes, I was. So
I like audio cues like that. That's nice.
Because motherfuckers called me crazy when I said that the first time when Fennec got her ass shot and left for dead, that Boba was walking to, and you didn't know it was Boba Fett at the time though, but I'm like, there was Spurs.
You heard the Spurs.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's Boba Fett. Motherfuckers called me crazy. Surprise. Anyway,
she survived a long time for getting shot.
I don't mean y'all call me crazy, just niggas.
I was like, I don't remember because I thought it was Boba Fett too.
Just niggas in general, because so
crazy.
flex.
You do be crazy.
Fuck all y'all. Anyway, so I kind of want to know that since we halfway through this season, I kind of want to get, what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you think, who do you think from, if someone from Mandalorian actually does make a cameo appearance, who do you think it is, and what role do you think they'll play in the rest of the season?
I mean, honestly, I think Mando would be the one that's like, that shows up, because it's like, that's his theme, like that's his sound. I feel like they're gonna help him either like get control of the situation with the syndicate, and they kind of help him like become the actual crime lord, because right now it feels like he's playing crime lord. He doesn't feel like the crime lord. So I think Mando,
Like,
I don't know,
nigga, you
like,
playing house? Get the fuck out of here.
yeah, no, like I don't know. So I do think Mando's gonna show up. I just don't know how. I think it's gonna probably because like he helped, Boba helped Mando his situation, so maybe he'll return the favor. You know, like I don't know. What y'all think?
He definitely owes the ass one. So, yeah. No, I'll go last. What else? Y'all got Kendra?
I mean, as in, it seemed like Mando would be the easier choice because the other ones didn't really fuck with his ass.
Nope.
They about to scrap in the bar. They're like, wait a minute, sir, we eating noodles here. Mandalorian about to fight. Let me back the fuck
Yeah,
out.
I can't really see like
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I help you out.
Yeah, they don't exactly owe him anything. He doesn't owe them anything. So like, but in Mando's case, you know, they do. So, but another thing is like, Din Djarin doesn't currently have a ship. So
he
they'll have to go pick his ass up wherever he's at.
I completely forgot this shit.
Yeah, me too.
But it's also like
they changed that wiki page real quick. Was a spacecraft.
Rest in peace.
I know.
He did some maneuver. He put that ship to the limit though. Like he got the big ass spiders that jumped on his ass and stomped on it, broke through. Like he put that ship to the work, and yeah, for it to just get blasted like that. But I mean, he still got that one piece.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I don't think Din Djarin would be enough because, like I said, he's going to war. He needs an army, so he would definitely go to Din, but he would have Din help him get others as well. So there may be others from Mando that would.
Oh, the people who helped broke into the building, the little facility.
Yeah, like
you know what? No,
Bill Burr's character. What's his name? He could probably be someone helping.
Mayhew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, but let's keep it a buck. Mando moves different. Definitely better than Boba Fett, because I guarantee you, Din Djarin wouldn't have caught himself in that fucking situation. Episode 1.
No, he would have worked that stage.
No, niggas would have got off rip. Like, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, one of the coldest fight episodes of Mando was like when he was on that prison ship and shit, and he was just hunting niggas down, and it was like, god damn, this is different.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. So I hope it is Mando. That'd be dope to see.
I just wonder how it fits with his situation with the Darksaber. Like, how you gonna just come? Be like, sir, I got problems too.
Well, that's gonna be how like they bring Bo-Katan along, because like she
just come
him like she followed the saber. She go where the saber go.
Right.
Like, I ain't really here for you, but since I'm here, gang,
Right.
question mark.
Like, I like to shoot people.
Or I don't know why she might appear though, but I mean, Sabine Wren, that's also a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because they already
that'd be a nice way to introduce her.
Yeah, they already confirmed that she's in it. They already confirmed that they've already casted that actress, so it's entirely possible that she might show up.
Yeah, how they would tie that in would be interesting.
I mean, if they still looking for Ezra, you don't have to go through the outer rim in order to get to the unknown region. Well, do they? Would they? Well, you know what I mean.
No, I think the unknown region is the opposite side of Tatooine, or opposite side of the galaxy.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't remember what the map looked like anymore. This shit, they changed it. They changed the shit. So. But yeah, so Sabrina, that's also a possibility. I'm rooting for Mando because that seemed like the most obvious bet. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so predictions. How do you think the rest of the season is gonna go? With now that we know that the Pikes are like, now that we get the sense that the Pikes are likely behind most of the bullshit that Boba went through over the last 5 years or so, and how they're really the threat to ruling Tatooine, and this motherfucker still want to play crime lord and shit, and getting his ass murked left and right. And I mean, it's in doubt. But how do y'all think the rest of the season is gonna play out?
I just feel like this is like a love letter to Boba Fett and the people who love Boba Fett as a character. And so, yes, right now he's getting his ass like handed to him almost every episode, but it has to end with him like triumph and looking cool. Like everybody, I mean, I don't love this character, but he's a beloved character. So I think whatever, he's gonna become the crime lord. He's gonna rule by respect the way he said that he wanted to in the first episode, and you know it's gonna be that he's gonna get help, but I think the issue is gonna be slightly resolved. At least the Pikes won't be fucking with him, you know, like, okay, we can't do it here, we gotta go to another place, because they did have that one scene where like the other crime families, like the leaders and stuff in the area, they all got together. He was like, look, this is what's going on, y'all gonna help? And it was like, nah. It was like, okay, well, at least be neutral in the situation. So I feel like maybe they will play a part too when they realize like, oh wow, the Pikes are really here. Like they really try to take over, and maybe he'll get help from them too. Like I don't know, but it's definitely gonna end on like him looking cool. So
with the growing thing that you can't go anywhere, can't get far without a herd, there's gonna probably be a collecting of whatever, and so maybe it'll be like the final shift for Tatooine to guess thrive differently than rather have all these underground crime lords organization and follow his track of trying to rule with nobility,
right?
Because you've seen how that moved where he was in the sands. Like, they were peaceful, they were cordial, they look out for themselves. Yeah, they treated me like shit, but now I'm in it.
Now they treat me like family.
He jumped his punk ass in. That's what happened.
I mean,
trying to shift Tatooine culturally in a different direction.
At this point, Bubba, he gained some form of like neutrality with the rest of the crime groups in Tatooine, at least with Mos Eisley and Espa and other areas, for the most part of Tatooine. And he has a Rancor.
That's cool.
He's fully healed, which I feel like there may be like the fact that that was noted in there, and this is halfway through the season, maybe like the turning point of like, oh, we're seeing him getting his ass whooped for the first half, and now he's gonna be just whooping ass the second half. At least that's what I'm kind of hoping they'll probably do with that. Because, yeah, you said, like, as for a love letter to big fans of Boba Fett, like, you know, they'll have to end it off with him being triumphant, or, you know, just kicking ass and being successful in this venture he's doing in being a respected crime lord. And with him potentially recruiting Din in this effort, I feel like ultimately is going to pay back again with him showing up in the next season of Mandalorian, helping Mando and whatever he's going to do next.
Yeah, the Mando's coming together.
Because ultimately, like I feel like Din is ultimately going to be the one leading the Mandalorians, and Bubba's going to help play a key role in that sense somehow, with the ability and the capabilities he'll have as sort of Jabba's next replacement in his criminal empire, and use those resources to help.
I thought I recognized that nigga. My bad. When Boba Fett had took Fennec to get the work done and shit.
Oh yeah.
The guy with the
I'm
with
like
the locks.
I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize this nigga from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking Thundercat.
What is his name again? I know he sing Dragon Ball Do-Rag. Thundercat. Okay. Thundercat. Yeah.
I can't call a grown man Thundercat.
That kind of took me out too. I'm be honest.
It's not even that. No, because like in college, I used for a hot minute, I used to call bad bitches Thundercats. So. I didn't say
like that ain't the endearment I want to give you.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like I said, a hot minute literally meant a hot minute. The shit did not catch on, and I'm like, yo, this shit low key kind of creepy, which is why I stopped.
Thunder.
It literally didn't. But
Thundercat.
But
Make yourself aware.
Nah, because I remember why that shit happened. I was watching like that the Thundercats reboot one night, and like Chitara had hit some move and fucked everybody up, and I'm like, God damn, Thundercat. I'm like, it's dumb. The point is,
And it didn't catch on.
regardless of the fact that I came to my senses, I can't in good conscience call that man Thundercat. I can't call any grown ass man Thundercat. That's just not.
I'm gonna
can't
need
do it.
the celebrities like cameo, like those big like music ones. I don't know. That shit just irks my soul. Like
Yeah, you talked about it with Arcane.
Arcane, yes, when I was Imagine Dragon and fucking Game of Thrones with Ed Sheeran, I was like, why is he here? And singing on top of that. Just let the man speak. But he was singing, like that was the first like shot, and I was just like, Ed Sheeran and Game of Thrones,
He's
Harry
doing what he
Styles
do.
and Eternals. I was like, I can't. Not a fan.
Well, I forgot what movie it was that came out recently. Oh, it's Red Alert. Y'all seen Red Alert?
No.
On
I won't
Netflix?
say I won't say nothing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know, well, I mean,
Well, basically Ed Sheeran was on there,
Uh,
and he's like, "I was a fucking Game of Thrones."
Oh,
I had to make it worse.
where he shouldn't be.
funny. I just watched Eternals last night.
Yeah. That was Harry Styles, right? That was the movie with Harry Styles, right? He was in there at the end.
Yeah,
As somebody's brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos' brother. So.
Oh yeah, Thanos' brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Harry,
Hmm?
why are you here?
All right, so it's hard to make a prediction on what's going to happen in Book of Boba Fett because this shit does not feel like. Here's the thing: the problem with this whole story, in my opinion, is the fact that it's hard to tell it's hard to tell the crime story and keep it PG-13 because like I'm like, yo, this shit is weak. On a number of levels, and like it styles itself as a space western, but let's keep it a buck. Ain't a whole lot of western in it, and I'm kind of almost over it. I'm still interested, just I kind of want to see how it plays out, but I feel like the story is again for the level of like bullshit that should be happening in like what's essentially the criminal underworld. Like it's really tame. It's incredibly tame, and I ain't really with it. And like even if they keep up this trend, I don't think whatever the fuck happens between Boba Fett and the Pikes, I feel like that shit isn't that confrontation is gonna be fucking. That shit's gonna be tame as shit, and I'm gonna be like, well, you wasted my life for 8 weeks.
Well, at the same time, as you said,
Your life?
they're done with the flashbacks. So the flashbacks have been taken about half the episode in each episode. So with that, now they have double
they
the
can
room
focus
for more.
on the.
yeah, more focus.
Well, you know what? Let's keep it a buck. When Arrow got done with his flashbacks, that's when it started sucking even worse. So
That's because he did more in his
glass half
flashback.
empty, my nigga.
Like those 5 years, as mentioned, he
I'm
wasn't
a
in the
realist.
island for 5 years. He was all around the world doing
It's a
espionage
CW
shit. Like,
show,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
it was
Standards are low.
He did some Warner World's Carmen San Diego shit.
did
like,
we not
it
just?
was like
we not just
there was an
discuss-
adventure.
Did-
Boba
wait,
Fett,
did
he
we
was on
not-
Tatooine.
Nigga, y'all both talking at the same time. Somebody shut up. Go ahead.
Did
Who's
we
gonna get the
not-
spirit stick?
Did we not just? Fuck y'all. Did we not just discuss the fact that the production values of Boba Fett on some levels throughout this bitch?
It ain't CW level, though. I'm just saying.
At least they tried to keep it interesting, Joe. They failed.
Okay.
But
Those
But
we
an
know
attempt was
that.
made.
They failed, but at the same time, it's kind of like at
They
least
went with a bang.
At least they didn't nerf Oliver in the most inopportune times. They nerfed Boba Fett every chance they got when this nigga should have been taking heads off and shit. Nah. No, a parkour nigga kicked me in my side. Hold, let me stop.
Fennec, alive.
Alive. Thank God
She
for
like,
Fennec. Because that nigga would have been murked a
And then
while ago.
I know he's like a clone of Jango Fett. So like he's like he's souped up and everything, but Black Chrysanthemum just like broke his back there. Like he's like on that extra bear hug. Like he just finished like
A Wookiee is strong as.
He just ripped Joseph's arm off earlier
He
because
ripped it off.
he felt like it. Because he felt like it.
Ain't nobody
gonna stop
this nigga
a
from
Wookiee.
walking in. No, from walking into the whole fucking palace.
Them niggas was playing game. They playing spades. They let
He
this-
woke
He
him
pulled
up.
up to the table. They like, excuse me?
terrible. Even Fennec, what the fuck were you doing?
Like they just got through everybody. Like how? Like
All the way up to his fucking like room and pulled him out. Start beating his ass half naked. I would be feeling like just so
Ooh.
disrespected. Like,
Just
can I
get yanked
put on
out
some
the tub.
clothes? Like, damn. Like, they
Oh,
going
you was
out of
caught
their way
slipping.
to show how nobody respect this man. You're not even gonna let him fight in his clothes.
yeah, I don't know.
Y'all wet.
If I was Boba Fett,
They told him good luck from the jump. Like, these niggas knew different.
I would have sent that Rancor after those twins.
First of all, them twins look too close to be siblings. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's some Game of Thrones
All right,
twins.
we're not gonna talk about incest huts.
Nah,
it was just the energy. I'm like, this ain't it.
Yeah. And that fucking and that shit they were on was like fucking curved in a motherfucker. You saw that shit like damn. Y'all surpassed the weight limit on this shit. Y'all
Bro,
yeah, that's
that fucking
clear.
Man,
poor
I-
animal
I
that he
felt
kept
so-
like patting himself.
I felt so sorry for the humans that was carrying them. Like, oh man.
Bro, they looked distressed too. Like every time they got close, I was looking at their face. They were just like, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Mm-mm.
New
Alright,
slaves.
is that it?
New slaves and shit, yo.
Yeah.
Nigga, carry me to the palace. Let's anyway.
In a hot ass desert. Ugh.
Anyway.
Just kill me. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see this. Well, this is a mini series. I doubt there'll be a season 2. Oh no, it is 7 episodes. All right, bye. I
3
don't.
more.
And the series has received genuinely mixed reviews. I believe that entirely. Anyway, so yeah, I don't see a clean resolution to this. Cause Boba Fett, there's too many problems with Boba Fett as a character. There's way too, and like the plot is moving along in a way that just kind of like it has no suspense or it has no suspense, none of that.
Nothing's like really
Yeah.
like driving.
And no really added risk.
Yeah. 'Cause at least with Mandalorian, you knew exactly what the fuck was going on. The whole point was finding the Jedi to take this motherfucker off his hands. And then he had the Empire crawling up his ass every chance they got. And
Yeah, the tension was always there.
Yeah, it was always there. And it's nothing here. It's just like, I
What's the risk? His pride?
don't know, man. Sometimes I wish.
Who's sold on watching these next few episodes?
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I just be finished and shit. But
Are you gonna watch it weekly or when you get to it?
it's
Watch
kind of a
weekly.
me and my dad thing now, so I have to watch it weekly.
so, yeah.
It's Star Wars. I have to for the most part. Which, by the way, speaking of struggle, you saw that Bad Batch got renewed for season 2.
Yeah, we saw.
We saw that.
We discussed that.
Saw that weeks ago.
I know the same way when you talk about it. We talked about it? Or no?
We talked about not going to see it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna review it. I might still
Hell no.
watch it.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, let that shit burn on Front Street, bro.
Unless it like got better or something. Like, wait, what the fuck happened? I would be willing to.
You have
talk
to.
about
You
it.
gonna catch up to it. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna follow
Yeah,
it from the jump.
Nah.
Hell no.
What
I'm a
what
wiki.
about,
I'm a wiki this shit and go about the rest of my day.
What about what's the name that was cast for Ahsoka? There was someone that was recently cast for the Ahsoka show.
Oh, I'm like,
I know who you
cast.
talking about.
No, yeah.
I was confused too for the
as
first
Ahsoka,
half.
But no,
Yeah, I got
someone
you.
else,
Yeah.
I know who you talking about. They did just recently cast somebody. That's okay. I'm trying to find the shit, but I can't find the shit.
Y'all wanna?
But yeah, it's basically some more content coming up soon, but we'll see how.
Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. So, old girl from Scott Pilgrim. All right.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she got cast as something. They haven't announced what her role is.
Okay.
So yeah. All right. So I ain't got nothing else left to say. Nothing good, at least. I'm pretty sure we pretty much tapped out on how we feel about this shit thus far, right? All right.
Indifferent.
All right. So expectations are low as shit from all across the board. So yeah. So we'll see what happens next 3 episodes.
3 episodes.
And see how that comes about. Maybe we'll do a whole season review. Maybe it depends on how we feel. It is what it is. But yeah. So tell us what you think in the comment section down below. You enjoying Book of Boba Fett? You wish you would have got Mandalorian season 3 again? I know I did. So yeah, write all that shit down below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that in the bag of chips. And
we'll have
this
some
is
chips
Echo
in the
4
next
signing off. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye. Deuces.
This is